Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard late in the day. So please pardon me for the well, it's just not as light as it could be. I think I'd like it to be lighter. I have 3 partial cups left over from a cookie cutter ring pours combo that I just did. And I got some schmutz on my spatula, but that's okay because I had some schmutz on my canvas too. So I'm going to do as much of the same thing as I can. I just used black as a background because I left my white in my studio. I had to run after my edge catcher and just a slight amount of discombobulated. It's been a very busy morning and I just wanted to come and play with you guys and say thanks for all the contributions and all the compliments and all the communications, and I really appreciate the subscriptions. And if you do subscribe, make sure to ring that bell so you get notifications. And what else can I say? Oh, there's a book. We're working on a book. We might have a book for Christmas. Ebook with questions and answers and all of the links to every video concerning fluid acrylics art and pouring that I have on YouTube. I think I should put my glasses on, yes, so I can see the difference between, you know, white canvas and white paint. But I do expect that's going in the bucket. Pour your paint water into the grass outside. Okay, I like that, but I want something more obnoxious in there than that. And I think I'm probably going to have more paint than I know what to do with, but oh well, that's just par for the course sometimes. Why don't I don't know, do the same thing here. I'm going to have 2 more paintings I'm going to have to do. So, let's just get rid of that. Here are my Princeton Catalyst spatulas, which can be found on the Amazon link right under my video, along with my recipe, a description for the painting, links to Pinterest boards of mine with my stuff on it. All kinds of my artwork has been turned into products that you can find on pixels.com, through my Facebook page, through the Shop More button. If you're just curious, go check it out. I think I put that in upside down. Yes, I did. Never mind. So I don't want to overfill these rings. If you decide to do this, you cannot tip as far as you would like to if you overfill your rings, because it spills out. And I am loving these colors. Wowie wowie. Even if I didn't get them to all come right out. I think this is going to be perfect. That is probably the right amount of paint for the 10 by 20 canvas. I didn't put any, that's going in the bucket. A little tiny bit of waste. I think I'm going to seal up this bottom one. Although the cookie cutters, biscuit cutters, stay very well sealed. I'm so impressed. Okay, so do I really love that? Or would I love it more with some of my favorite color in there? Guess what? Not only that, I'm just gonna take a chance. Don't worry if you spill. Yes, I have some paint left, but if I use sticky wrap, the stuff that's self-sealing, it works pretty well. So let me get some colors out of the way. Not that we have to do very much, just a little bit. Let's let... God, that's some gorgeous colors in there, wow. Last time I basically just used the skewer. I'm going to see if that'll... Oh yeah, it will. If I let it down very carefully, it'll go mostly right under the paint. So I'm willing to waste that right now, because I know once you're under a layer, if you have a submerged dirty pour cup, submerged like in that layer of white paint around that I added after, you will often get some lacing. You can stabilize these. I really want to use an edge catcher. I'm just learning how to do this. I'm basically inventing it as I go along and teaching myself how to do it. And I don't know. So far we've been very fortunate with the rings staying in place. So I'm going to just hope that I can continue to do that and let it pool Let it pool. Oh, don't stick to my fingers, please. Let it pool and push it back and let it run down. And keep squeezing it back on because it covers the edge and it comes back onto the canvas, which I like a lot. It's so tempting to want to add some more. Really, I think maybe I'll do that on the last ring and see what happens. In the meantime, I want to see if that'll go back around there. Nice patterns. Kind of like some of that to cover, but I'd like it to, there's no silicone in my mix, by the way. I'd like it to be able to do some different stuff. So let's just get rid of this. Into the bucket. I did mention always pour your paint water into the grass outside and never in your pipes, because you will be so sorry if you have to call the plumber. The paint builds up for certain. I really want a whole lot more of that pink. And I think that I'm going to give myself permission to indulge. And maybe even, yeah, we shall see. Shall we see? We shall see. There's the color I want. It's sealed up. Of course it does. If you leave your paints with the tops off too long, they will seal up, which is actually a good thing, if you think about it, because it keeps them from drying out. Alright, I'm going to let some of that out. And I'd like this over here to come down and fill in, but I don't want to lose all the cool stuff we've got going on up there. If I get a vast majority of paint to go down that way, that would be okay with me. Maybe if I throw a little of my favorite color down there. Where's my purple? That's my blue. You know, that blue is pretty awesome. I don't really like to waste it, but I want a smaller edge catcher. I just usually bring out more than I need, and this time I didn't bring out nearly enough. But I can tell right now that I can stabilize that top piece and this bottom piece. Yes, you can. I'm going to squeeze that back and attempt to hold on to the side. Oh, you know what? Too late. It's going to do what it's going to do. Alright, so I wanted this to be all the way up here when I did this anyway. So that's not hurting my feelings. It's accidental art. Accidents will happen. Keep my hands clean. I do wish I had a smaller edge catcher. And this is the first time I've looked around and not seen, oh yay, I got one! Cool. Not seen edge catchers everywhere. So I'm gonna let all that run right down there. See if I can stop it before it, yes, there we go. And I'm losing some precious commodity there. And I've got a piece of freezer paper and I'm happy to use it, especially right now, because I'm going to let that run down again, I think. Yeah, neat. I don't know what that is. It was a strange anomalous mark. Whoops. So I like this orange so much here that I'm thinking it wouldn't hurt to have a little more. We've got that whole nice section right there. Can I get it there without losing all of my negative space? Probably not. But a good part of it's still there. I think that's sweet. I am going to want that to run back again. But I like it filling in to a degree. Just going to keep squeezing it back on. Kind of like the first position of that orange. I think I'm going to make an attempt to reposition it back so it comes up here and fills a little more. If it doesn't, I will be adding some orange, but I think it's going to do exactly what I want. Check that out. Cool. Right off. Yep. And now I'm pretty happy. Anything else that's going to happen to this, I'm going to add with a squeeze bottle. Or whatever I might want to do with a spatula, but I don't think that there's much that I really want to do. But I can use my spatulas to pick paint right up off of an edge catcher. What do I need? I don't need much. I really do like this. Maybe just a little bit of my favorite color. And grab a skewer and call it good. I'm going to steal some paint, drag it up, pull it down. I'm liking all of that. I like this blue. Gonna just use my stolen paint to cover my edges. That's neat. I like that. I don't have enough of that green gold in my opinion. I think it really, yeah, I'm happier with that. I'm gonna wipe my skewer off. Let some paint come over the side, cover the edges. Maybe add just a dab or two, get those things out of my way. Just a tiniest little bit of color up there. Maybe a bigger tiny amount. Maybe try that. Just little bits. I'm very tempted to either do the blue. Yeah. The blue. I'm going to leave that other color right on there. I'm going to clean my skewer off, hopefully without dumping the whole painting off the other end. I like that blue. That's a Prussian blue. And I think it might need just a tiny bit of that right over here. Maybe a little bit right here. And maybe a little bit right here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Now, this is sweet. These are not my normal colors. Not really. But having the biscuit cutters, the cookie cutters, whatever they are, really makes a kind of a difference. I usually say paint heals when it's wet, and it does. Most of the time. There are times when you can dig too deep. So what can I tell you? What should I tell you? I should tell you that we're almost done. And I should tell you that paint does flow to paint, and I am going to try and touch up the paint that's drying on these edges right now, so that it will have a chance to meld while it's still nice and wet. And the same over here, and the same over here. It's got to be done. Yeah, I know, I just stuck my bottle right in there. Actually, no damage was done. Yay! Lucky me. Alright, so what else? Over here. You guys can see all that. My white is still clean on my spatula, which is important. Oh, I spoke too soon. That's alright, a little blue never hurt anybody. I could fix that if I needed to. I'm not going to worry about it right now. It's minor. It's less minor now. It'll be minor in a moment when I get rid of it completely. Fine, you just be that way. I'll just grab a clean spatula, or flip sides, which works too. Flip sides. Okay, well, I haven't torched, and I want to torch, but I want to mention that there's no silicone in this. I may have said that before, but that's okay. I don't like cleaning silicone off of things, so any way I can find to make pretty patterns and cells like the ones that you're looking at is something that's good for me. I'll get you back in focus in a minute as soon as I finish covering my white edge, and then we will torch. I may have mentioned in the last video, I have no idea, they're all running together. I'm so sorry. If you want to see some of my artwork on Pinterest boards made into merchandise, you know, t-shirts, coffee mugs, stuff like that, any little thing that you buy from me will help me survive. I do sell my artwork. I have a Facebook album listed at the bottom of the description. It has prices, it shows all of the YouTube artworks. I need to steal some paint because I'm missing some right there. Not anymore though. Alright. The recipe for my paint is under the video, in the description, under the words show more. Open it up. You'll see the first thing you see above that is the Amazon link where you can buy tools and supplies that is no extra cost to you and helps me out every time you decide to invest there. This is neat. I'm happy with this. So far I am far from being bored with the cookie cutter boards. Although I did see I was missing a little paint right there. Oh, and the reason that we torch, everybody needs to know. Not only does it release cells in my paint when I use Floetrol, but it releases the air bubbles that are almost always caught in the paint. And if you don't torch, you get those air bubbles the next day, and then you have air bubbles. And there's nothing you can do about it. And it's not what you want. I was going to say something else. I'm not sure if that word's allowed. But in any case, this worked out pretty well. I'm happy. I'm Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, where we do sell art every once in a while when we're lucky. And people are just beginning to come visit, and that's nice. And I can't think of a darn other thing to tell you other than what I have, except for maybe you can see it how I can see it, and that is just, I'm very pleased. So, thank you all for the contributions, those of you who have kept me in paint and canvas, and everybody else should thank those people because they keep you in videos. And I'm trying to keep in the YouTube stream, and it's working so far so good. There will be a book at Christmas, we hope. Keep your fingers crossed. Questions and answers. Nice pictures of YouTube wet and dry artworks. What else? Links to different places. And just basically useful stuff in general. Alright, this is Priscilla saying I love you guys. Bye for now. Take care. Hope to see you in the next video.